All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your man Simeon, and I'm sitting here with the one and only the Fly Guy is in the building. Bam, 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 bam. Question of the day, Wanda and Crystal. Should all restaurants put dude wipes in the bathroom?
That's nice, but should they?
Dude wipes in the bathroom.
Ladies, what do you think? Should dude wipes be in the
What y'all been wiping with before dude wipes?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Why we can't have the good stuff? Y'all do have wipes. Y'all got everything in y'all bathroom. Y'all got wipes. Y'all got cologne. Y'all got perfume. Y'all got toothpicks, toothbrushes, mouthwash.
That's a hustle for somebody. That's a side hustle. That ain't something we have. That's somebody's side job.
Oh man, we are about to have a great show today. We have a guest. Slide up a little bit, young lady. We have a guest on here with us. And we got Wanda in the building. We're gonna shake it up a little bit. Fly Guy and I, we're gonna be like and you know how they got the Breakfast Club? We're gonna be called the Dinner Crew.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. Dinner Crew.
I'll take that. I'll take that. The Dinner Crew.
The Dinner Crew.
I'll take that with a spoonful of caviar.
Hey, and we are here to serve you supper and feed your mind. And I got me a bottle of water today, and I don't know what this is.
Fancy water.
Is that what this is? It's a wine cocktail. Fizzy lime Rita.
Getting a drink.
It's a fizzy lime Rita. I don't know. We're gonna taste it and see what it is.
How old is that?
It was just in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So I gotta ask Wanda how old it is.
That wasn't meant for you to drink, so go on drink it.
Since you playing.
Right. So go ahead, drink it.
Ain't that just like black
when
people?
When you start seeing triples,
something in
then
the
we know
refrigerator that ain't meant to be drinking.
It looked like somebody drank it.
No, I just opened it, just cracked it.
You just opened it.
I just cracked it. It is quite nasty.
Because it's been in there.
Water.
It probably tastes like gasoline.
I'm like, it is quite nasty. It's called boom ass. What is
That's that unleaded.
I didn't take any dates.
Boom.
You on your own.
Boom ass. I can even.
I don't know if it's boom ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna drink it anyway.
He'll do anything.
I don't
He's
know.
like Mikey.
I think it's called bombs.
Hey, Wanda, I don't know what it is, but I think I'm gonna drink it anyway.
Yeah, make sure you get some dude wipes.
Liquid crack.
Right.
Well,
we got dude wipes.
You need some dude wipes like that.
Before we get started, let's say what's up to everybody joining live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, IntellectualRadio.com. We are in the building. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, call us at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. I feel that the energy is going to be off the chain today. And I'm just going to say right now, I don't know what Fly Guy was on today, but the man got about 50 pages up here. So we finna give y'all a whole bunch of stuff.
It's always a good time at Intellectual Radio. I mean, this is where we feed our brain.
Feed your brain.
That's right. We feed our brain. This is knowledge. This is where you drop gems.
Prepared.
That part right there. We bring current and relevant with us each and every week. And we hope that you drop into the studio with us today. Simeon is so silly. We hope you drop into the studio with us today because we would love to hear from you. We have Lady Crystal with us today. Simeon didn't do a proper introduction.
He did not.
We have a guest with us. Our guest is Lady Crystal. Lady Crystal joined the conversation last week, and she dropped some gems when we talked about Black history. We talked about different things going on with our culture, the industry, how we're educated, things we need to know and things we should know as a group of people, because resilience is our factor. Perseverance is how we win. And we are achievers. We're not overachievers, but we are achievers. We know how to get over obstacles. We know how to climb the mountain. You know, Black people have been through the trenches. So as we are embarking upon Black History Month, we're talking and educating our listeners on just the Black experience and not the traditional Black experience, because we've all heard about Dr. Martin Luther King. We know about the Civil Rights Movement. We know about Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott. We even know about crossing the Edmunds Pettus Bridge. But did we know about 12 Years a Slave? Do we know about the Black man
I saw the movie
trapped back into slavery. But before seeing that movie, you were not educated on that experience, probably. You did not know who King Mansa Musa was in Africa.
Who didn't know?
You
I did.
didn't
Yes,
know.
I did.
You did not know.
did. You
You
gonna
learned
say
about
I
that
didn't.
in school. Did you learn
She
about
didn't
King?
know.
But did you
I
learn
knew
about Mansa Musa in school?
Not in school. I
That
know.
part, stop right there.
No, but I knew
Stop
who he was,
right
though.
there. Stop right
No,
there.
they're not teaching
Because you could have learned who he was prior to last week's
In life.
segment, but you did not learn about that in Black history in school.
We'll say that.
That's what I
No,
said.
you said you
I
didn't
said
know
you
who
didn't
King
know
Mansa
about
Musa
because you
was.
didn't know because none of us knew
Not in school.
who
I did
some.
not. They-
That's the part
No.
that should be
No,
taught.
I didn't.
Our children should be taught who people are beyond
Fact.
the experience of the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement is not the only contribution that Black people made to the Americans.
That's right.
And so Crystal dropped some gems last week about things that were going in. Now, before we get into tonight's segment, I'm just going to ask Lady Crystal to just drop one or two gems from last week that she talked about, just as a recap for tonight's listening audience.
Okay, well, I'll go in with the Fugitive Slave Act. It was something I was talking about that a lot of us are unaware of. It's something that I think all Black people should read, the Fugitive Slave Act, to understand what it means and the implications of it, because it definitely rings true with the current situation with Latin American people and ICE having that issue of illegal detainment. So I think everybody should look into the Fugitive Slave Act for one, and a good starting point to understand how messed up the justice system is, quote unquote, justice system in the US is. I also think everyone should read Assata Shakur's book. She definitely details how she endured the slavery that she was exposed to in the justice system, being a mother of the Black Panthers, being a mother in prison, being a Black woman in America, being falsely accused of crimes that she didn't commit, and being able to escape that situation. So I think it is important to explain that. And this was something that came up before with the show, with the 14th Amendment. A lot of people don't understand that the 14th Amendment did 13th Amendment into slavery, but the 14th Amendment allowed legalized slavery in the form of imprisonment. So if you're in prison, you can be a slave. And that's still current today. And so I don't think that people understand their history enough, and they are bound to repeat it. So it's on us to educate ourselves and understand where we have come from and where we need to go. I was just about I don't want to be the first Black. I want to be just a woman in America.
You don't want to be the first Black. You got to expound on it. You can't just throw that out there and not expound on it.
The first Black to what? You don't want
to do anything. I want to be just a woman doing it, or a person doing it rather.
But the reality is, you're a Black woman.
That's right.
And if it is something that, if you're the first person to do it, they're going to say you're the first Black woman to do it.
And that makes you a trailblazer.
Yeah, it does. I acknowledge that part, but we never acknowledge or celebrate or find
races.
Yeah, we never find it significant, especially for white people. Like it's kind of like when we do it, we're an anomaly.
Well, that's because they act like they started everything and they run everything and they were the end all to be all to everything.
But we're
so
not
when
an
we
anomaly.
finally do something,
you're looking at three very talented Black people right here, and we can all be the first to do something, but we all have each individually have our own skills. It doesn't make us an anomaly,
right?
It just makes it misunderstood.
So instead of being the first Black woman to do it, Crystal was the first person to do this.
Just the first
Guy was the first person to do this. And Simeon was the first person to do this.
Right.
Oh, let's not leave out Wanda.
Yeah,
Wanda
of course.
was the first.
And I think we get too hung up on being the first to do something, especially in 2026.
I get you. I can.
We just got to do things.
I can rock with that. I can rock with that.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
I can rock with that.
We got too caught up,
But I can rock with that. But the way the society is, they're going to always put you in that box or always pinpoint or point out things like that.
Of course, yeah, and I mean it's different for it to be like of notable significance, but it's also like it doesn't have to be our goal, our end goal. Like for example, with the Kamala Harris election, It was a big thing about her being the first woman, first Black woman, first this, first that. And really, I mean, like, look at what we got. We got too hung up on the first Black anything.
And she wasn't the first Black woman to run for president.
No, but
Shirley Chisholm was.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of generations don't understand their history.
And
so
they
they
act
don't
like
know where
they
they're
forgot
going.
about that. Yeah, I get it.
Don't erase Sister Shirley.
Definitely don't erase.
I love this. Thank you, my brother. So thank you, Crystal, for recapping. And then we're going to go back into tonight's segment a little later on in the show on Black History. But I wanted Crystal to drop those gems because she is definitely a lady titan. She has it all together. She knows it. She's equipped. And she can equip us with the tools to reach our purpose, understand our purpose, and develop our purpose.
That's right.
Understanding that we need to just make it happen. And sometimes we have to just get back to basics. So, brothers and sisters, did we watch Super Bowl 60? Did Bad Bunny bring it, or did Bad Bunny bring it?
Now, did that.
It was so much in the performance that the performance I felt was lit.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, Cardi B,
Ricky Martin,
and then the Sugar Canes. He shouted out all of the Spanish. He shouted out Venezuela. He shouted out the Latino countries. He shouted out America. He said everything that he said. Like immigrants are not fugitives. Right. We are Americans. We matter. He acknowledged all of that in the performance. I thought he dropped the mic. When he dropped the football, I said that's symbolic of dropping the mic. That was my takeaway from that.
The little nuggets.
And
that I like. Did you notice that the trees were people?
Yes. And that was the first thing I noticed.
And the biggest nugget he dropped or mic drop was when he gave that little boy the Grammy.
Yes.
First, I thought it was symbolic of him giving himself as a kid a Grammy. No, that was the kid that was kidnapped.
It was a two-way thing.
That was
that was the little 5-year-old guy.
But the thing of it was that was the kid that was detained by ICE, and for him to bring him on that platform,
and it was a real wedding.
And yes, and she was pregnant.
Yes. So he did the thing, but now we know those were the pros.
Yes.
Here's the con. From Simeon's president to America.
Why
the Super
open
Bowl
letter
halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. It makes no sense. It's an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA and all over the world.
Well, how do
this show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There's nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch. It will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule. Make America great again. Simeon's president, Donald J. Trump. Now, how is the pedophile in the Epstein files talking about something disgusting for little girls to be watching?
But not only that, he's talking about something disgusting. This is the same person that said grab him by the
exactly. Exactly.
And did.
And did. I'm like, is this does he just talk? Does he not remember all the stuff he's done and the things he said?
Dude.
I think his leadership style is like based in like what he believes is true.
Well, first of all, there's no leadership style because he's not a leader.
No, he's not. He's a bully. He's a bully.
I was trying to be generous.
The president is a bully.
He's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's ineffective.
Well,
he is not equipped. He is way over his head. He's unskilled. Now, he contradicted a whole lot of himself in this tweet on X.
But that's what I'm
he
saying.
wasn't supposed to be watching it. He was supposed to be watching.
But-
Kid
Well,
Rock.
okay, so first of all,
that means he watched it.
He watched it.
he
watched
did watch it.
Yeah.
Probably
Because
watched it
he
twice.
wanted to see what Benito was going
He
to
liked
do.
it.
He wanted to see what he was
He
going
liked
to do.
it.
And
He was dancing. He liked. He was like.
Who
he
is
wanted
Benito?
to see. He wanted to
Dance party with
see.
Beyonce.
Oh my God! He wanted to see Bad Bunny.
I want to know.
did.
He wanted to
He
see the
watched
Puerto
it.
Rican king, the
That's all.
Prince of
Just
Puerto
enjoy
Rico.
it.
He
You ain't
wanted
gotta-
to
yeah,
see it.
you ain't gotta
Trump,
hate.
I'm gonna tell you, Trump was up twerking while Benito.
I'm not playing
Him
with
and
y'all.
Melania was
I'm
they
not
was
playing
in
Wait,
with
there
y'all.
wait. On the
twerking.
sports tip,
I'm not
what's wrong
playing with
with the kickoff rule?
I'm not playing with y'all today. The
Well, we
kickoff
can
rule.
talk. You can talk about that when we get to
It's
sports.
sports,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
well,
you,
why he had
you
to throw
take
that
some
in there?
time to marinate on that because he said they need to change the kickoff
just
rule.
threw that
But
in, like,
here's
PS.
the deal: he ain't never quarterback no game, so
Hey,
he
Has
ain't
he ever
never
played it
quarterback the
down?
game.
Trump was on the football team because his daddy was rich.
He was.
What football
Yeah.
team was
in
he
college?
on?
He was on the football
What
team.
college?
They had a picture
What
of
college?
I forgot.
Pavement
the name. I
University.
forgot the name of it. I just
Pavement
saw it.
University.
He went to West Point. Here, let me
No,
go.
no.
West
No,
Point.
he
How he
West
go to West
Point.
Point and he avoided
No.
the
Not West
military?
Point. Not West Point.
He couldn't have went to
It was.
West
It was
Point.
wherever his dad went.
No,
Yeah.
that
Okay,
dude.
It was just,
No,
just
but
Google where did Trump go?
Bad Bunny, you did the thing.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, you carried
Yes,
the weight.
Benito.
You made it happen,
You have a new
brother.
fan in me.
You, yes, indeed. I'm saying so. Now, the only thing I did not know is one word. I could not say what you sang. I literally-
Honestly,
hey,
Fly Guy,
I
you might not
cannot-
need to know
But
what
it
he's
was
saying
mad
in
to
the
me
Black
being
guy
lyrics.
was
on the
listening the
beach.
whole
You might
time.
not want to know what he's
Black
saying.
guy
That
was listening the
reggaeton
whole
is a
time.
little bit
He wanted-
spicy.
Black
Okay.
guy
It's a
wanted
little
to hear
spicy.
Ola.
It's a
Hey,
little spicy.
give me something that
Listen.
I got.
Put you like
I
this.
got America and I
Compare
got
him-
Venezuela.
Com-
I don't-
Compare him to is it Sexy Red?
Yeah,
Or compare him to Sexy
Oh,
Red.
so he raunchy like
Reggaeton,
that.
Yes,
yeah,
it's
it's
raunchy.
pretty
Okay.
raunchy.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
raunchy.
Well,
but-
it's good.
but
He
the
did
vibe
do
is
it in
there.
Spanish
Yeah.
because it didn't need to be bleeped out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because nobody
They didn't
knew
bleep
it.
nothing
Because he was
out.
cussing his
Right.
butt off.
Okay.
He was saying all
Okay.
type of stuff.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
But
He-
Well,
music-
did you see
the
the
music
part
was
where
great.
he was given he had a ring in his hand to propose to the girl and he handed it to the guy like
yes.
That was like a raunchy part where he was like I need all the women.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want
He
all
was
okay.
the
like,
women.
I ain't
I
getting
ain't
no ring.
committing.
I gotta
Yeah.
go get this coochie.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
he's pretty much saying. Yeah, like
Okay.
I don't need that.
Well, I mean, we hear that in rap music all the
That's
time.
what I'm
So,
saying.
I mean,
That's
so
it.
it's
That's
not,
all
all
it
the
is.
time.
it's
all
not
the
foreign.
time.
But
I
I'm
got a
glad
pair
he
of Bad
did.
Bunny gym shoes.
Okay. What I just get you talking about, Wanda? When when the out
He got
show,
a pair of Fly Guy
on
gym
the
shoes.
side
too.
note, we talked about Simeon and his fetish. So I
gonna
think
have
he
a pair of
might
Fly
need
Guy ones
rehab.
next.
I think he might need rehab. But I'm grateful that he did it. I enjoyed it, and I just had to give the brother his props. He did the thing because it was a lot of controversy and it was a lot of mixed emotions. But I'm grateful that he courageously came out. He came out like a roaring lion.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I
He
love
didn't
Black
drop.
guys analogies.
He did not drop or miss a beat.
No, he didn't.
And
He got in.
I'm just ecstatic about.
Did you see the
brother.
bulletproof vest he was wearing?
I don't know that I
Well,
saw
the
the
outfit
bulletproof
If you
was a
guys
nod to
have
his
something
father,
to say,
or his,
hit us up.
his uncle, I think.
You can hit us up
I
at
think it was his
708.
uncle who played football.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, guys? Saying what's
That's
up, everybody
cool.
live on TikTok, Facebook.
So even down to
YouTube.
the outfit, he had the details on point.
He
You-
did. He had everything on
We
point.
can't forget about our
I'm glad.
listeners,
I'm
y'all.
excited that once again that the
We
brother
gotta let
did
them
it.
know that they can
He is
call in.
definitely an
Oh, please
eagle
do.
that soars. So if you enjoyed Bad Bunny, or if you didn't think that Bad Bunny did his best, if you thought he should have sang 50% Spanish, 50%
Man.
English, if you thought it was too much going on because it was a lot of animation out there, if you thought the women twerking and you thought that was not appropriate, whatever you thought of the performance, call us at 708-223-8953. We would
Well,
love to hear from you.
Here's the thing, Fly Guy. Some people talking crazy about him only speaking in Spanish, and while they talking crazy, they sitting there watching it, eating guacamole and dip and tacos,
So
and can't speak no English, but they gonna eat all the Spanish food.
oh my God. We are approaching Valentine's Day.
What up?
So as we approach Valentine's Day, everybody is looking for a date.
Yes, it was.
Are dating apps current? Are dating apps still relevant?
They still have those.
So we talking about, people have dating apps. You talking about Hinge. Hinge is for more serious relationships.
Mm.
Bumble is pretty much led by women that are matchmaking, and Tinder is for the casual dating,
hooking up.
and it's for high vol. Exactly. So when we look at dating, we know that we probably all come from the tradition of, you typically meet somebody through a friend, or you
Or in
meet somebody
person.
at church in person.
Mhm.
I never thought to go on the dating app, meet somebody, because I never want to get catfished.
Well, that does happen too, especially with AI going crazy. People do not look like
Exactly.
their pictures.
So, Crystal, let me ask you this: what do you think about dating apps? That part right there. So somebody using it.
Dexter said Hinge is really good. What's up, Dexter?
That
But I'm
part
not-
right
see,
there.
I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock
223.
the people who use the apps. I think that there is an audience for that, right? But I think we should bring back like speed dating and stuff because people are losing social
Because it's
skills.
in person.
Well, yeah, people are losing social
Mhm.
skills. So I think it's a good way to develop your social skills, like to actually date people and meet them in person and have to figure out what do we have in common without an app telling us what we have in common.
I
Well,
agree.
the app is really the app isn't telling you what you have in common. You're putting on the app who you are, what you're looking for, and then people
The
look
algorithm will
and
match
they they match them up, right?
It's the
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
so
it's the right. It's the algorithm of the app, but it's telling you,
You like speed dating?
basically
never did it.
what is ideal for you based on what somebody put in there, but that could be false information.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
That's my point.
That they
You
send their
know.
representative. Now you think people are sending their
People send
representative
their
in
representatives when you
person.
meet in
In
person.
person.
However-
What do you think they're going to do online?
Your representative leaves a lot faster in
Online.
person.
Yeah.
You can maintain that persona a lot easier
Yeah,
online. There's
and
a
if you
barrier.
meet somebody online and they never ever want to meet in person, there's something wrong.
But I think so. Here's the caveat to it. I think that if you're a person that maybe struggles with self-esteem,
Mhm.
or you're not that confident in your appearance, maybe you're overweight, or maybe you didn't, always get the pretty girl, or
Right.
maybe you're the the girl
Socially
that
awkward.
the athletes didn't go after. You
Right.
wasn't a cheerleader.
Right.
So you get to kind of hide, for lack of better words,
No,
behind the
It
app.
ain't no
Yeah.
kind of
No,
hide.
you
You
do.
can hide.
No, well, you can only have for so long,
That's
because
right.
at some point you're
You
gonna
got to
meet
meet
the
somebody
person.
or not.
But if I'm that person that doesn't have that level of esteem and confidence,
Mhm.
it's easy for me to go on the app
Yeah.
and for basically play pretend.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
I can psych myself up, or I can talk myself up.
Right.
Now, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it,
Right.
when I have to go meet this person.
Exactly.
Right.
You
You
got
see
to live
what
up
I'm
to them
saying?
standards.
That part.
However, I will say, like, I've seen a lot of people say, like, with the dating apps, the relationship isn't a long term, it's not a long lasting relationship, it's not sustainable because of that reason. Like,
But I know somebody that said they met on a
I
dating
know
app
a
and
lot
was
of people
married
who
for
got
10
married.
years.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who got
Got
married
married
off
off
of that.
the dating app?
Yeah,
They
for
still
sure.
together?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
well,
uncommon.
let me
But-
say this: you can meet somebody and have a successful
But that's if you're
relationship.
leading with your authentic.
You have to be real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
got to
like
come
that,
out.
I feel like that
pimples,
happened because they're authentic
dimples in your
from
booty and all.
what they were looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, you cannot maintain a lie maybe you can, but it's
No,
harder.
the lie
hard.
it's going at a certain
It's harder
point.
too in a marriage for 10 years.
Now, I mean, because if
Eh.
you wearing real tight pants to keep your booty firm
Oh
all
my
the
God.
time,
What?
Yeah,
at
see,
some
he
point-
always got to
you
come
got
up
to
with
take them
something.
off. At
If
some
you
point-
pad it,
at some point,
Oh my
you got
gosh.
to take the tight pants
What?
off, and the booty's going to drop.
Oh wow.
You're going to see all of the craters, all of the dimples,
Wow.
and you will sometime probably smell the funk.
Wow.
so
I'm
if you're
just
looking
saying.
for a
Keep
Valentine,
it real.
Valentine's Day is
Real.
Saturday. You can check out Tinder, you can check out Bumble, or you can check out Hinge, and you
I'm
probably
sure they're gonna be
can
popping
get
this weekend.
a
Now,
Valentine.
you got to be an equal opportunist. What about Grinder?
Well,
What?
I don't know.
You
This
didn't say
Grindr,
Grindr?
grind. So I have not been on these apps. Let me
I have
just
not been
start
on it.
there.
First of all.
So
I know somebody that talked
I
about it.
can't
That's why I said
speak
that.
to how effective Grinder is. Can
Grindr
you?
is for men.
Because you
No, I know.
talking it up.
No. I was in. No, it's. I was in a cigar. I was in a
See,
cigar
he always
lounge.
get himself in a hole.
No, listen. I was in a
Hey.
cigar lounge. You remember this? I was in
No,
a
I
cigar
don't.
lounge. I won't say the person's name, but I was in a cigar
Yeah,
lounge.
don't drop a name.
And we were all in there, and we were just talking about stuff, and guys were talking about dating apps or whatever. And it's all guys, and this one guy who's a friend of ours, he brought up, he said, yeah, and I was on Grinder, and it was like the needle scratched and the record scratched. Everybody's like, what? We're like, wait a minute, Grinder?
I'm not going there.
Why were you on Grinder, man?
You know
But-
why?
Exactly. So I just said that though, just to be equal.
Okay. Equal
Oh my
opportunity
gosh.
for
I don't-
everybody.
I didn't even know there was a Grinder until
No,
they
but I
told me
won't.
about
I
it.
won't knock the apps. I think it's necessary, but I think it's the audience for it. But I want to see a balance.
I wanna
Like,
see
now
people
it's
meet.
becoming very app heavy. Like
Yeah.
people are meeting people from Instagram.
People are
and
hiding
social
behind
media,
the keys.
but also like dating apps. So it's like a lot of app engagement, not a lot of human.
And I wonder if it's even really safe, because you
Yeah.
don't know if you meet somebody that's going to prey on you.
That's right.
You don't
Mhm.
know, you, in all honesty, all jokes aside, when you're meeting people for the purpose of dating and relationship finding, you don't really know what you get until the
True.
mask comes off.
Wasn't there
True.
like a whole Netflix documentary about a Tinder killer or something like
Oh
that?
man,
If
I
it,
think
it could have
so.
been, I did
I
not see
don't
it, so
know.
I
think
can't.
so. I think it was a person
speak
doing
to
that,
it.
like serial killing from the app.
Oh, I could easily see that though,
Yeah.
because I
Here
could
go
see
Earl.
where somebody,
Wanda, here go
was
Earl.
stalking people, or they were looking for a particular demographic, whether
Right.
it's all black women or
Exactly.
people of a particular age group,
Exactly.
Mhm.
and
And
that's
they
who
figure
they
out the
go after.
algorithm to be connected to those people.
You have to be very careful. I will say, if you're using dating apps,
Mhm.
Be
be
safe.
very strategic, be very careful,
And if you're
have
a woman
fun with
using them,
it.
be very safe.
Yes, have fun with it. Always meet people in a public place, especially
Absolutely.
for the first time.
Yep.
Don't give out your personal information
Nope.
or have someone come pick you up. Not for the first few times. You want to make sure that you know them or you're comfortable, because you don't
Mhm.
know who you're getting. I don't want to make dating apps seem like they're harmful, because that's not why they're designed. But you want to be careful, and you do want to have fun, and make sure that your Mr. Right or your Mrs. Right is right for you.
That's
And
right.
dating
That's
apps,
what's important.
dating apps are not harmful. Silly, ignorant, childish, sick people are. They are the ones that's harmful. And I just want to say, everybody, our executive producer, Earl the Other Winfrey, he said he likes the dinner crew. And he said that Lady Crystal is a great addition to the show.
Thank
So
you, Earl.
I guess he gonna pay some bills and we're gonna keep her.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right. Well, welcome
Oh
to
my
Real
gosh.
Talk, Lady Crystal.
Exactly. Now we're gonna shake it up this year, y'all. We're gonna do some good stuff. We're gonna continue to bring you some good information and just we want to have an entertaining, informative show, and we want you guys to have a good time, but we also want you guys to get some knowledge about what's going on. We don't want you to be misled. We want you to open your eyes. We want you to think, and we want you to be aware of what's going on so you can have a conversation, because it's time to change the narrative. The only way to change the narrative is to actually have a conversation.
That part right there. And we're going to continue this conversation. Now, talking about dating apps, that's a form of technology, but to take technology further.
Okay.
Fly Guy
Uh-oh.
wants to know if you all would take a ride with me in a Waymo car.
That's
We
the
do
self-driving
know.
car.
What is
That
a
part
Waymo
right
car?
there.
Will
The
not.
Waymo car
What
is
is
the
that?
Can't get me in it.
autonomous car.
Can't get
It
it.
drives itself.
No, I'm cool.
Look at him,
I'm cool.
scared.
I'm cool.
Scared. You ain't got Geico?
Hey.
You ain't got insurance?
But do you
Hey,
have a
Wanda.
life insurance policy?
Now,
Dexter said, no, I'm good.
Dexter's like, I'm
Hey,
not.
so-
Dexter, I need you to call in, Dexter.
the
For real.
Waymo cars,
708-223-8953.
the
Call
Waymo
in.
cars, there's been talk about the Waymo cars coming
Nope.
to Chicago. Waymo
Cool.
cars are fully autonomous, driverless vehicles operated by Alphabet Inc., which is Google's parent company.
Oh
Mm.
no.
They function as a public ride-hailing service known as Waymo. So it's a form of an Uber or a Lyft.
Mhm.
You set it up. The car comes to you. It's computerized. There's no driver. When you get in the car, you're the only individual in the car.
Nope.
And the car is operating on its own merit.
Is that
Technology.
because they don't want to kill more than one person?
The
at a time?
vehicles utilize a Waymo driver, not a person. A Waymo driver system incorporating high-resolution cameras, 3D LiDAR, and radar to navigate city streets.
No.
So when you get to that stop sign, I'm just letting Wanda know, because she
Come
looks a
on,
little
though.
nervous.
Come on.
This is how it works. So when you get to the red light, something is telling the car to stop. If somebody run out in front of the car, a kid chasing the ball, I don't know that that's gonna all pan out.
Nope.
Because that ain't in the script.
Okay,
and who
so
is liable for that?
so listen to this.
So wait, hold on. Let
Okay,
me go
I'm
through
gonna let
the
you finish.
features.
Go ahead.
Safety and performance. The Waymo car has over 20 million miles. 20 million miles. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back that might be distracted. That's a lot of miles. 20 million miles on public roads with a focus on reducing human error accidents. So while y'all scared to get in it, they're telling you this car is safe.
Have you ever seen our robot?
Reduces human error accidents. While you texting and driving, Waymo is paying attention to the road.
He ain't texting nobody.
Okay. No, while humans
Complaining
are
about
texting
driving
and driving.
today.
Mhm.
No. They don't
Humans,
know Chicago driving.
not go there.
No.
while you trying to dodge a pothole and running into somebody, Waymo is maneuvering around the street. Experience. Passengers use an app to hail a ride, typically featuring Jaguar I-Pace electric SUVs. So these ain't no cheap.
Luxury.
This ain't no
They
little
Okay.
K car.
They speaking Fly Guy language.
Offering a
This ain't no
driverless,
little Toyota.
often describes as futuristic experience, hence Tesla and other EVs.
Okay.
Right.
Because Tesla has a mechanism where the car can drive itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
As of late 2025, the Waymo cars operate in major cities such as Phoenix, San Francisco, LA, and are expanding to over 450,000 rides per week.
Wow.
Once again, they're currently in Phoenix, Arizona,
Phoenix.
San Francisco, LA, and are going to expand to over 450,000 rides per week. This Waymo came out in 2016. So I think it sounds like it's not as unsafe as you all are making it out to be.
You would do it, Fly Guy?
I would do it.
You know Fly Guy do it.
I do it.
Listen, okay, so the problem with driving in America is that people are distracted. That's the only problem with driving, is that people drive distracted. Like you said earlier, like people will be driving with their phone in their hand and drive a mile, looking completely down at their lap. Like living in Europe showed me that it's really just us being distracted. Like there aren't many people driving with there are probably no people driving with their phones actively in their hands, and it's just distraction. It's not about anything else that can be eliminated.
It's coming to Illinois. A bill backed by Waymo, introduced in early 2026, seeks to allow pilot programs in Illinois, potentially opening the door for driverless taxis in Chicago.
So let me say this real quick.
Simeon, you're gonna take a ride with me.
Let me say this.
Hold
on, y'all.
Y'all got some power.
Yeah, we do. Let me say this. Two things real quick. Dexter, call in. The number is 708.
Why do you keep checking?
Because he asked
Dexter to call in.
They asked, you can on TikTok. They can't see the number.
It's 708-223-8953. You can call in 708-223-8953.
What's going on? So look, this is what I want to say. I've seen the little Waymo food delivery cars, and it's funny because I've seen a couple of them tilt over. I've seen a couple of them crash. I've seen a couple of them get stuck at a stop sign and can't go because every time they get an alert or a sensor, they go and they come back. They go and they come back. They go and they come back. So it's one of those things where it can be effective, but I'm sure there's still kinks and still things to work out. But this whole thing about this car, is there some type of insurance clause or
like liability
or liability thing that
a waiver
you
got to sign?
Where that's a question for Governor Pritzker when it comes to Chicago. That's a question for Governor Pritzker when it comes to Chicago, because like it's no different than when you get in an Uber. Do you give your insurance card when you get in an Uber or a Lyft?
Yeah.
You don't give your insurance card when you
don't
book
Uber or Lyft. You have insurance, and if something happens, you can use your insurance.
Well, here's the deal.
Somebody's calling in.
With Uber and Lyft, the driver of the vehicle has insurance. So Waymo, I'm sure.
Imagine having to call customer service.
Hold on.
Well, Waymo has to have insurance for the service.
Hello, thank you for calling in the Real Talk. I'm sorry, into the Dinner Crew, the new podcast on Intellectual Radio. How are you?
Good in you.
I'm
And
cool.
I'm a female, y'all. I
Okay.
do drug testing and DNA.
You say you do drugs.
No, drug testing.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Kwani.
Kwani.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kwani. So you said you do drug testing and DNA testing.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you calling in because you want to help our listeners that need to be drug tested, or what do you want to talk to us
No,
about?
because y'all was talking about a lot, and I just wanted to chime in on that for the dating sites and the Waymo car.
Okay. So what do you think about the dating sites?
All right, so like I had said before, I really did like Hinge. Hinge was, if you really want to be in a real relationship, that's where you want to go.
Okay.
Or at least that's where I had to look because I was paying for Match, and that was a no.
So did you meet somebody on Hinge?
I met two people actually.
Okay. How did that work out?
My first guy, he passed
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sorry to
Okay.
hear
So that
that.
means how did he pass?
from cancer.
Okay, we'll definitely we'll talk about that because we're going to be doing a show on cancer. So that's one thing. So sorry to hear about that. And then what happened with the next one?
He was a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. But
It just didn't work out.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
so let me ask you this. So of course the first guy worked out, but he passed unfortunately due to cancer. But the second one where it didn't work out, can you tell us, just give us a quick, why did it not work out?
Because he was a gaslighter.
Ah,
You can't sense that on Hinge.
You know what's sad? He was older and he just really said, "Oh, because I read your profile and I see the type of woman you are, I'm gonna give you what I think you should hear versus just be real."
that's what we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, you have to be
I kinda
real.
scared them off too because I'm the only girl out of 15 brothers. So he was like, "Yeah, I ain't about to play with your feelings." Yeah.
Okay, and then the last thing, what do you think about this whole
Waymo car.
Waymo car? This car that's going to drive you around. Why
I
you?
just watched the video where one went into the water and the lady was
What?
in the back seat.
Oh no.
What?
Nope.
Wait a minute.
Nope. Nope.
How did it go into?
Nope. Nope. That's enough for me.
Flooding in the area.
That's all I
Ended
saw.
up in the river.
Wait a minute. Where was this located at?
Nope.
In the
Well,
water.
Well,
In the water.
Oh wow, that's a bit much.
so
Did she get out?
the car. So as the car was being operated, was it unavoidable?
But we all was in the comments like, why the hell are you so calm? I
Wow.
would have been flipping out. Yeah.
I'm
Did she
just-
survive?
Going like in circles.
Did she?
Couldn't get back on the dock.
Did she survive?
It was crazy.
Did she survive?
We don't know.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Oh Lord, I hope and pray she survived.
Well,
wow. But yeah, you have to. So I would say it may not be for everyone. I think that it may not be for every, because I know people that are not comfortable getting in taxis, literally,
Yeah.
because you're taking a risk.
It's gonna be a new way for them to kidnap people, but they now got you by yourself. You can't attack them because there's nobody in the car, so they could do with you as they want.
And I want you to know, young lady, Fly Guy supports this, so he might be a kidnapper.
I'm not
Oh
a
my
kidnapper.
gosh.
I'm not
How did we
anybody
get there?
kidnapper.
How did we
Right
get
now,
there?
see, how does he go?
How do we get to
does he
kidnapping?
get to that?
Because
But
he said Trump is
we're gonna
my
have
president.
to we're gonna have to wrap this up so that
No,
we
but
can
thank
keep
you.
going through the segment. But I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to know that you had luck on Hinge. And I would say to everyone, based on what you just talked about with Waymo, that we all have to be careful. Even if Wanda is driving, we have to be careful.
And you know what you can do? What's your name? Tell us your name again. Kwani. Also, too, we have. If you ever want to write in, you can write in to the Real Talk letter. We're gonna read that right now, so you'll hear us read it. But if you ever want to write in, or you know somebody want to write in to the Real Talk letter, you can send it to SimeonHenderson9@gmail.com. But please continue to support and share the show, because the show is about to grow and blow, and we are here
I know,
for
they
the people.
came through my For You page, and I was like, Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And make
Thank you.
And make sure you check out
Thank
the
you for the love.
motivational videos that we always post on the TikTok and on YouTube under the Real Talk Podcast and Simeon Henderson. Okay.
Okay, for
Thank,
sure.
thank you, Kwani. Have a great week.
Thank you, Kwani, for calling
Thank
in. We
you.
appreciate you.
All right, Real Talk.
Oh,
It
do
is
you?
time
Oh,
for-
we got to ask you real quick. You like the fact that we have this young lady, Lady Crystal, on here with us?
Yeah. Y'all need
Thank
that
you, girl.
diversity.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
guys use logic, but
Yeah, but women know it
But
all,
women
right?
know the truth.
Yes. Thank you so much. You're right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Have a good one.
All right, Real Talk. Thank you, Kwani, for your call in. It is time for the person-to-person letter. This is the time in the show where we have a situation that we dive into. If you have a situation that you would like us to advise you on or give you some feedback, hit us up at SimeonHenderson9@gmail.com with your letter and your situation. Once again, that's SimeonHenderson9@gmail.com. All right, team, we are here, and on deck is greetings, Real Talk. Your show is the truth. As we embark upon celebrating Black History Month, I would like to present a concern I have for my race. When will Black people begin to unify better? I think we have been so divided throughout our history that we have lost appreciation for brothers and sisters within our race. When I speak of having lost our identity, I'm speaking of the historical brown paper bag test for the purpose of acceptance. I'm speaking of the conditions of trying to pass for an identity other than the unapologetic gift of how God naturally created us. I'm speaking of the historic conditions of the house slave mentality versus the unfortunate treatment of the field slave. Last time I interpreted slavery, it was no badge of honor with being a slave. I'm simply stating we as Black people need to demonstrate a sense of urgency and respect for one another. I despise rap music produced by Black artists who refer to women as bees and whores and men as the N word like it's affectionate. I think it's a sin and a shame how we find mediocre treatment and descriptions of one another sociably acceptable, but get up in arms when someone of another race disrespects us. To be disrespected is an injustice regardless of who the initiator is. Real talk, I'm just sick and tired of hearing about the senseless acts of violence that our people cause each other. We reap havoc amongst our own people. Why is it we don't protest in our communities when a Black person shoots another Black person? But we protest when a white person kills a Black person. Isn't the loss of life equal no matter who the trigger happy individual is? As we exhaust our energy with celebrating Black History Month, let's exhaust the same energy with treating each other like highly regarded human beings instead of being a high threat to one another. Real talk, I listen to the show weekly. Your expertise is valuable and influential. Prayerfully, you can offer a few back to basic solutions for what seems to be a never ending problem. Signed, a cry of help for the misguided. Wow, that's deep.
Very deep.
And I agree with this letter because it is Black History Month. And let's look within.
Yeah.
Let's do, some self-improvement.
Yeah.
Let's enhance who we are. How can we be better? We're celebrating Black History Month. We went from Black History Week to Black History Month. But when we look at the conditions of how we treat each other, I think some of that does go back to slavery because I do remember hearing that the field slave was treated different than the
Of
house.
course.
Like it was a privilege to work in a house.
The house slave and the field slave.
And
Or,
I remember hearing about the brown
this-
paper bag test. Light-skinned Blacks versus dark-skinned Blacks.
Yep.
All of that.
I'm a member of
Y'all light skin, I'm dark
infamous,
skin.
organization that
Well, we don't want to name that,
did
but
that. But I mean, it's the
Everybody
truth of
here
us.
is light skin.
It's the truth of us.
Well,
you
it's
know?
the truth.
It's not
It's
to
the
call
truth.
them out. It's just to say this is the true history. You know,
One is
it's not.
disillusion.
I'm not making a judgment based on that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it is an observation of a fact. And the thing is, too, it's not just slavery. It's been throughout history that we have found ways to separate ourselves within ourselves.
Yes, and that goes, and like Lady Crystal just said, it's been like that since the beginning of time, with the light skin and the dark skin, and the whole. It was a whole thing where it was like white is right, dark is wrong. Well, even if it's when you look at
proximity to whiteness.
Yes,
you're
like
right.
like black represents evil,
Yeah.
and white represents good.
Well, Tupac's Thug Life, the hate you give us.
Mhm.
It's literally the hate that we have been trained to believe and trained to feed into. And we have perpetuated that narrative ourselves now. They don't even have to tell us that we aren't.
No, they don't, because
that we are different.
we
You know what I'm
bought
saying?
into it, and
Yeah, we bought
we
that
bought
lie.
into it, and not
It's a
only that we
lie.
bought into it, but we remind ourselves and tell ourselves that that's the case.
And then we tell our children, and
And-
then they tell their children.
and it's a repetitive thing that keeps going on and on and on, because no one wants to stop it, and they continue to back it up.
So
Yeah.
what can we do to the letter writer's point?
Right.
What can we do to improve our behavior and the pattern of our? Because I agree with several things that the letter writer
Right.
stated.
Well-
I don't like the use of the N word.
Mhm.
I don't like in rap music females. I have a mother. I have 3 sisters. You treat a man as tall.
Who
I
you
was taught
calling
as a
them?
man.
Mhm.
You
That's
treat
right.
a woman like you would want somebody to treat your
That's
mother and your
it.
sisters. And I don't care if it is a song. Stop referring to black women as less than the finer women and the finer womanhood queens that they are.
And if you, I
That's
remember,
not okay.
I remember
That's not.
someone said, "Well, what if she acts like that? Well, does that mean that you're still supposed to call her that? Why don't you try to impart in her who she is, and that she's a
Right.
queen,
Why don't you
that
promote
she's a-
her
that
esteem?
she's a
Build her
queen,
up.
that she's
Build
a
her
queen,
up.
a woman of value, a virtuous woman? Why don't you impart that into them instead of the negativity?"
Well, it doesn't sell. That's why.
But see, that's the problem. Everything is for likes and sales.
Exactly.
But why
It's
would we?
for-
Why are we paying for something that berates somebody and
that's what
destroys
people
their
do.
But
personhood?
as a
That's what
person
people
who,
do.
who
That
really
I get. That's what people
enjoys-
do. But why?
Yeah.
And that I think that this
Mhm.
letter should be a segment and a show of its
in
own.
itself.
Yes,
Because
Absolutely.
it's a lot to
How
dive
to love your
into.
brother.
And we are
And
not
sister.
going to get into all of that tonight. But for the sake of time sensitivity and getting through the remainder of the show, we just want to, I just want to give hope to this letter writer to say that as we embark upon Black History Month and we look back, thank you for dropping the gems and giving us a template and something to look at, because we can look at that and see how we can improve. And as the days go forward, we can each decide to do something that improves the next, even if it's to say to a person on the street, hey, I respect you, I love you.
Right.
Have a great day.
That's
Definitely something
Did you
to think
realize
about.
how adorable you are
That's
in
right.
society?
That's
right.
Say something, drop a gem and
Lift them
affirm
up, lift them
someone.
up.
Just give an affirmation.
That's
Yep.
it.
But I think I have this theory that if every 8-year-old met an 80-year-old and they became friends, the world would be a better place. And so I'm not sure how old the letter writer is, but that's something you can do is start with the kids. Like it's an easy end. Like you have to find spaces where you can be around these children and uplift them and tell them that you are worthy, you are valuable, you're beautiful. It doesn't matter what they say. Don't believe that.
Because they are impressionable. And if you impress upon them good things,
don't
in
try
the
to change
beginning,
the rapper.
he done. He gone.
He where he at
If
right
you
now.
impress upon the impressionable,
Right.
the young kids that you can talk to, that you can mold, that you can show them good ways and good things, that's where it starts, because then you start to build a legacy.
It starts within your own home
yes.
too. Like tell your kids you are beautiful, you
Yeah.
are worthy, you deserve. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
starts there, because I don't think that as a Black person, I don't think I heard that enough in society. I had to hear it from home that you are able, you are capable.
That part.
And
It
only
is-
hearing
it
it
starts
life
right
into
there.
and
people,
hearing it
yeah.
at home is good, but it's even better when you can go abroad and you can go beyond the home and you can hear these same things being pushed and instilled into you to help you to be the best that you can be.
So to
uplift
our
them.
dear Real Talk letter writer,
right.
we are committed to dropping affirmations and building a better Black society. Today in Black History, we are going to look at who was the woman called Mammy.
Mhm.
Now, Mammy
Woo.
was
Damn,
a historian
he going back.
because Mammy was a pervasive racist caricature of a Black woman in the antebellum South,
Mhm.
depicted as overweight,
Mhm.
one that saw that it was okay to accept authority
Mhm.
and put the white family above herself.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And black women, if you call a black woman mammy, black women are offended by that,
You
as
might
they
get slapped.
should be, because it's dehumanizing them. I remember there was an episode of the
Different
sitcom
World.
A Different World,
Yep.
Yeah.
and Kim was really triggered
Yep.
by Mammy
Yep.
because she was dark complexion.
Yep.
And she was told that she was unattractive
Yeah.
and that she fit that stereotype.
Exactly.
And I wonder, and we're going to move along with this for the sake of time, but I wonder if there is beauty to even be seen in Mammy. I think
You know,
it
that's,
is.
you know what's crazy? My mom actually has a few mammy dolls. And you know, I used to be so upset and frustrated by it and like the imagery of it and
'Cause they
how
were dark.
how could
Yeah,
you how could you take this as art? This is not art. And so what she explained to me was that, you know, when you see these things and you realize I am not that,
Yes.
it's a way of reclaiming it for
Yes.
yourself. And so that was really the story in Different World too at the end, was that we have the ability to take these tropes and these stereotypes and reclaim them to our advantage. And so that's the challenge, you know, I find is
yeah.
because I had a visceral reaction to it. Like,
Yeah.
I hate these things.
Yeah,
I hate seeing how they see us.
Because you look at it and the portrayal of it
Mhm.
is that of it's not beautiful.
Right.
It's not beautiful. It's not attractive. It's not appealing. It's not something that you want to associate with. So, but then again, you have to understand that black is beautiful
That's our
in
history.
all
we're talking about
shapes,
still.
forms, sizes,
Exactly.
and colors.
That's why I asked the question.
Yes.
Can
Still
you
our
see
history.
the
That's
beauty
still our history.
in
It took
Mammy?
me some growth.
Because
Whew.
Mammy is actually a voluptuous
maturity.
woman.
That's right.
Growth and
Mammy,
maturity.
That's how women in Africa
exactly.
Yeah.
Mammy
Beautiful.
is actually motherhood.
That's
right.
what I'm saying. And but the thing is, they try to portray
The
the
hate you give.
stereotype and for you to hate that vision
Yep.
and not accept that vision as normal
Right.
and something that is beautiful,
Right.
educational, and worthy.
Mhm.
So now when you see that it really is, and you get away from the Barbie doll figure, the plastic figure, or the beautiful figure, it is beautiful to be black. It is beautiful to be a mother. It is beautiful to be voluptuous and own who you are.
Exactly. On
Mhm.
the skin that you're in.
That's
Now
right.
we saw Mammy on the box of Aunt Jemima pancake mix for years.
And the syrup
That
bottle.
lady was Nancy Green.
Mhm.
Nancy Green was born March 4th, 1834. She died August 30th, 1923.
Mm.
She was an American former slave who was, as Aunt Jemima, one of the first African American models hired to promote a corporate trademark. Now, Aunt Jemima changed its name to Pearl Milling in 2021 because the brand was recognized as being rooted in a racial stereotype.
Mm.
So that is who the woman that we looked at
Yep.
on the box of pancake mix for years, her name is Nancy Green,
Say
not
her
Aunt
name.
Jemima.
Say her
I'm
name.
going to buy some syrup tomorrow.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson strikes at Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. Why is
Uh-oh.
I'm so
50
tired.
Cent
I'm tired of-
always
I'm
coming
tired
at
of-
somebody
They
in their
got a 30.
downfall?
They got a parlay
I'm
on
tired-
if
I'm-
Stefan's gonna propose to Cardi.
I'm
I heard
tired. I'm
about
tired.
this.
I'm tired of 50. 50 trolling. 50 always
50
trolling.
is always
50 my
into
man. He
something.
cool, but he always trolling.
He
Y'all have to know
always-
what he's doing. 50 is staying relevant. He's trolling. He's being he
He speaks to the culture.
yes, and y'all listen and y'all feed into
Well,
it. That's
well,
why it's relevant.
Well, he's the mess starter, always the troll. 50 hopped on Instagram Monday and wrote, "Can you imagine waking up this morning and you done lost this B and the Super Bowl?" Now, what did we
Wait,
just say
What do you
about
mean lost this B?
talking about
They-
Cardi B?
they
We
brought
talking
up- they
about
brought up-
the split up.
Yes,
Yes,
They broke up?
yes.
they unfriended each other. They
After the
unfollowed
Super Bowl?
each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Where are you always been
No,
lost in
time
the
out.
si- in
They
the
was
situation?
together at the Super Bowl.
They were together at the Super
That
Bowl.
was 2 days ago.
But after the Super Bowl,
After
they
she was dancing with Bad
unfollowed
Bunny.
each other. Yes,
Because what?
No, I said after she was up there with Bad Bunny.
Wait a minute, time out.
They
time out.
unfollowed each other.
But how did that just happen so quick?
Once
happened
again,
like
bro,
what?
let me help educate you. 24 hours ago, news is old.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
What's
news.
going on right now is
It's
what's
current.
current.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
So
I'm telling you.
after the Super Bowl is when it became
fell out.
newsworthy.
Now I feel like
They
Trump.
unfollowed
Fake
each
news.
other.
It's fake news.
That's why 50 wrote on Instagram Monday, the day after the Super Bowl. Can you imagine waking up this morning and you done lost this beat and the Super Bowl? And what did
See,
we
look at
just
him
get through
laughing.
talking
Look at him
about
laughing.
black
Y'all see him
men
laughing?
calling black
laughing?
women bees and whores?
Exactly.
Didn't I just say that?
That's
Fly
crazy.
Guy is always gonna give you the current and the relevant.
Period.
I
Follow
want to
me.
know. Okay. we
So
watched the
it's
Super
time
Bowl.
for sports talk. It's time for sports
Speaking of
talk.
Super
All right.
Bowl,
We got to keep
All
it
right,
moving.
here we go. Oh, so I want to talk about this real quick. Everybody know Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn speaks out after Olympic crash. She suffered complex tibia fracture. First of all, let me say this. It said Lindsey Vonn is breaking her silence after Sunday's terrifying crash at the Olympics. I need to hear this, detailing the severity of the injury. Right? She says that. Okay, here. This is what she said. Yesterday, my Olympic dream did not finish the way I dreamt it would. It wasn't a story, book ending or a fairy tale. It was just life. I dared to dream and had worked so hard to achieve it. Because in downhill ski racing, the difference between a strategic line and a catastrophic injury can be as small as 5 inches. I was simply 5 inches too tight on my line when my right arm hooked inside of the gate, twisting me and resulting in my crash. My ACL and past injuries had nothing to do with my crash whatsoever. Unfortunately, I sustained a complex tibia fracture that is currently stable but will require multiple surgeries to fix. First of all, let me say this. No, that is not true. It wasn't just 5 inches too tight on the line. You had an MCL injury. That is,
she had a ruptured ACL.
she had a ruptured
It was
ACL. I am an ex-athlete. I know I'm an athlete, and I played sports professionally and amateurly. You have an ACL injury, fracture,
You can't move
fly
side
guy.
to side.
You can't move side to side. In skiing,
Well,
downhill
shouldn't her
skiing,
coach have told her that?
man,
They probably
everybody,
tried to.
everybody probably
It was her
told her
comeback
this.
season. She's
They
41.
said,
She was probably like, "This is
man,
my
look,
only shot."
look, you see all the
Truly,
things.
think about
It's
it,
my
like-
comeback. It's her comeback season.
She was probably like, "I'm gonna
what
give my
it
all to it
means
today."
and believe and all this stuff. Let me tell you something. I don't care what you say. All the training you saw her doing after her fractured ACL, it was all straight ahead. It was all vertical, no lateral movements and everything. Once she hit those slopes at 70 miles an hour
You gotta
and
hit them
she had a
laterals.
turn, her knee said, B,
Uh-uh.
I don't know what you thinking, but
It
we
said, "No,
ain't doing
ma'am."
that.
But yeah, I mean, and it's crazy, like you said, 24 hours news is not current because
Film barrel.
it's crazy how people will flip on you so quick. Like
Yep.
it was so many people in her
Yes.
comments before the race, like,
You're
Yes.
so
brave.
brave, it's so
Yes.
good. It's,
Yeah.
this is such a good thing.
Yeah.
And then immediately after this happened,
she
they were
break
like,
her
"Why
neck."
would she do that?
Exactly.
Why would she do that?"
Why?
You were
Like,
the same
y'all were hyping
ones
her
cheering
up.
her on.
Y'all were
Hey,
feeding
look,
into this.
What is
like,
it? How did
for
song
real.
go? You need to hype your bestie up.
They were really going in on
Why?
like saying she was a
I
good
wonder.
decision, and it's like, no, nobody should have ever said
Hey,
do that.
Crazy.
At
if
41 years
anybody
old,
listen,
Fly
if
Guy?
anybody listening has some updated music for Wanda, please send it in because she don't know. We got to bring her into the
Femi,
Twitter system.
why are NBA players in a brawl?
Man,
Every
love
time
it.
it's an
Oh, bro.
NBA
We are
game,
so
it's
bad.
a fight.
I
The
watched
old
this
NBA
last
is
night.
so bad.
I watched this last night, bro. It was crazy. I'm from the West Side. What my man did,
Who don't know that?
he took my man. He Wanda. He gushed him. Now, anytime, when
You
somebody
proud
take
about
it?
it?
Listen, when somebody
feel
Fly
like
Guy-
proud about
no,
it.
I ain't proud about it. I'm just saying, Fly Guy, when somebody take their hand and they grab you by your face and they gush you, that's fighting.
Well,
That's a fight.
I think LeBron is leaving the NBA.
Is
They
that a
got to
fight?
keep it
That's a
interesting.
fight.
They
That's
got to keep it
Oh.
spicy.
That's
Is that what it?
Hey, look,
Well,
that's a
okay.
fight. It said
Okay.
Monday's night. So guys, the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit, the Bad Boys.
Detroit has always been
They
known for that.
They've been
though.
bullies.
They had a big old fight with the Indiana Pacers years ago, and when I was in Florida when that happened. But it says Pistons Hornets game Chaos erupts. Massive brawl breaks out. It says Monday night's showdown between the Hornets and the Pistons descended into chaos after a wild brawl broke out on the hardwood, resulting in multiple players being ejected after coaches and officials were finally able to restore peace. You had people coming off the bench. You had people swinging on people. You had people fighting, choking
And it's not
each
like
other out.
NFL, like they really hitting each
Hey,
other.
look, but my thing is this: why did this happen? Why do we black people do this during Black History Month?
Didn't we just talk about that in the Dear Real Talk letter
Why?
about black people not knowing how to conduct themselves?
However,
it's not
These
limited
fights
to
do
the.
happen in hockey all the time. They just
Well,
don't make
but
news.
hockey is supposed
Oh,
to,
wait.
supposed
But
to
that's what
fight,
I'm
I
saying.
think.
Fighting is legal in hockey.
Oh, never mind.
No, so it's a difference. Let's get it straight.
Exactly.
No, fighting is everybody knows. Fighting is legal in hockey. They
Wow.
will let you duke it out.
That should be America's sport.
Look, they will let you duke it out until it's time to stop. So somebody's teeth get knocked out, nose get broke, jaw
That's what
get
they were
broke,
doing in the NBA.
eye socket coming out. They let you
They
fight.
trying to change the rules.
Ridiculous.
They-
Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks on winning Super Bowl 60, and even for the fan that streaked out on the
Oh
field.
yeah.
Simeon, what was that all about?
And he had on his meta glasses, aka federal glasses.
Now he put it. It was. I understand it was the decoy that came out there. They went for the decoy, and then he took.
Exactly.
He took to the field.
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
happened. That's
it
what
was
happened.
strategically
Wow.
planned.
Yeah, it was.
He got his 5 minutes of fame.
I know that's right.
I
You
ain't gonna
better
lie,
take
bro.
it if
I
you're going to
love it.
jail.
It's nothing but entertainment. But here's the thing: why when somebody run on the field, all of the security guards like
He was
tackle him.
tackled by. He
But
was
then
tackled
this
by a
happened
last
Patriot
year
player.
with the oh wow, that's
Yeah.
He was
crazy.
tackled by a
He-
Patriot
He
player.
was tackled by a Patriot, but the first guy
That happened
was
last
tackled
year.
by like 10 security guards. 10. I'm talking about they hit him
It
like
took 10 security
look,
guards
they
to get
hit
him
him
down.
like no, but
They were
but
waiting on that
They
action.
wait for that, bro. It's like Monday Night Football. It was like da. They hit this fool
From every angle.
from every angle,
Oh
and
my
you couldn't
gosh.
even see his
That's
body
their chance
no
to
more.
get in on the
Bro,
game.
That is,
It's
I would want them to do it to me because after you hit me like that, I'm suing.
Oh my
I'm
No,
suing.
you
no,
can't- you're going to jail.
No, they still can sue. You still can sue.
It's security. They were doing.
It
their
don't
job.
matter. You still can sue.
You're gonna lose.
Look at it. No, you're not.
You're not.
you're
Supposed
gonna-
to run on the field.
It don't matter. That is assault. That is bodily harm. I'm telling you. Look at the laws. Look at the people. Look at the people who committed crimes.
So how many
But
people
when
is
they
it?
committed the crime,
What's the legal amount of
look,
security that
what
can
the-
tackle
well,
him?
look, they committed crimes and then they sued the police officers or the security that took them down and broke their wrist or broke their leg or broke their ankle because
my
But that's
God.
not
They do it.
police. That's security.
it don't matter.
They were
That's
securing the
security.
premises.
They work
Now,
for
if
they
they
work for the NFL.
but I would understand if they sued the player because he shouldn't have
no,
did that.
they suing the entity.
So in the future, fans, when
billion
you're
dollar
at a
entity.
game
Don't-
and your
don't streak.
adrenaline gets high,
And your
stay in
alcohol
your
intake
seat.
increases.
stay off of the field.
Stay your ass off
We
the
got to
field.
wrap up tonight. It's been a great segment. Crystal,
Thanks for
drop a
having me,
gem.
fellas. I
Drop one
appreciate it.
gem of affirmation to our listening audience, please.
Yes. So let me see. You are capable. You
That
are
part,
loved.
right.
You
That part.
are everything that you think you are when you think you are. Believe in yourself and don't let anybody tell you what you cannot do because you can do it.
Okay.
That part right there,
All right.
symbol.
No, you do yours because I'm trying to find
Okay. Well, I will say this: keep your head to the sky because that's where the prize lies. Talk to God. He would love to hear from you. He always wants to hear from you because he always has an answer for you. Make it personal.
And I'm going to say, stop running. Stop chasing stuff that doesn't matter. Stop chasing because when you chase things, it runs away from you. It gets away from you. Look at what you control. Look at what you can control, what you have the ability to do right there and right then, and then you can make a difference. So stop running. I need you to stand still. I need you to build. I need you to be strong. I need you to be rooted, and I need you to understand and know that when you slow down, the right things will happen, and you don't have to worry about it running away from you. You got this. Be symbolic. Simply your best.
This has been Real Talk. We'd love to hear from you. So join us next week, same time, same place. Intellectual Radio, where we feed our brains.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Joining live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, IntellectualRadio.com. It's going down. Make sure you guys support. Love.
Waiting on somebody to get on your level. Waiting on that one that could just switch up the flow. Party every weekend, but still like to smoke at home.